friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming testing new makeup episode. This is 9, I think. So I got a few new products in. I have some products that I also still need to test out. I have a little basket. So if you guys are curious about my thoughts on the new Gucci foundation, the new Tower 28 bronzer, the Shroud Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I like to post 3 to 4 times a week. Sometimes it's a little bit less. It just kind of depends on how the wind blows around here, but highly recommend subscribing, turning on all post notifications so you're notified every time I post a new video. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, I have been like consumed. I feel like consumed is like a nice way to put it. I've been like freakishly obsessively following the Murdoch case. Oh my gosh, listen, if you guys are LawTube fans, because I don't even want to call it true crime because it's so much more than true crime. I've just been like sucked into live streams of court cases and just like so excited about Emily D. Baker on YouTube. And I don't know, it's just like the best entertainment for me as a stay-at-home mom. I don't know, it's just interesting. I've never watched a live stream of a case before until I watched the Adept v. Heard trial. And I think my husband thinks I'm a little bit over the top about it. But listen, if you guys are looking for some entertainment that's kind of sad and horrible, but let's all just admit that there's something oddly satisfying watching the justice system at work. I don't know. Okay, I enjoy it. It's all new to me. So that's where I am usually. But occasionally I sit down and film a YouTube video when my kid is napping, and that's exactly what I'm going to do today. So let's put some makeup on. I do have some concealer on because I didn't want to look like a total scary pants when I came on camera. I have so much oil in my hair because I need to wash it, but I haven't yet, so we're gonna figure that out later. But I decided to use the Smashbox concealer. This is the Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer, so that is the only thing I have on my face. And I did do a face mask. I've kind of fallen off my face mask wagon, but I put one on today, and that's the only skincare I've done. And then I think at night I'm going to wash my face and do my skincare routine, but I didn't want to like put skincare on top of the face mask because it was like sticky, so we're just going to wing it. But I got the new Gucci foundation. I have the original one, but I was so curious about this one, so I bought it in the shade Medium Fair, which is $2.70, and I'm not sure if I did the right thing or not. It looks really, really light, but I put the other Gucci foundation in my Shop My Stash, and oh yeah, this is light. It's not as aggressively scented as the last foundation from Gucci, but I'm gonna have to send this back. Oh my goodness. I should have gotten the shade that I have in the other one, but I feel like that shade is more my summertime shade, and so I was like, let me get something a little lighter. But now I'm like rethinking this situation. That is so, how is this medium? I guess it is fair. Oh Lord. Well, there's no way I'm going to be able to make this work. Maybe it'll oxidize. I lied. It has the same fragrance as the other Gucci foundation. Now that I'm putting it on my face, I can smell it. Wow, this is so bad. This is so bad. This came in yesterday, last night, and I didn't check it. I should have checked it. I should have done my due diligence. I'm gonna mix in some of the Valentino foundation. Well, I guess I can't tell you guys about the Gucci foundation just yet Except that I realized that I don't love the other one, the original one, so I'm really hoping I like this one. But this is so light. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. This is so embarrassing. But I still want to film this video. So I tried to mix in a little bit of the Valentino foundation because I saw that they're coming out with a concealer, Valentino is. And so I'm excited to get my hands on it because I like the Valentino foundation. This is so bad. Well, if you bought $270 and you're my skin tone, yeah, that's how I feel too right now, screaming goat. That's how I feel right now too. Okay, and this is with the Valentino mixed in, so obviously I need to put on more. I'm just gonna give it a second to set. Let's try the Hourglass foundation because I think I had so much of the Gucci on my hand that it didn't do anything. So we're having like a winter storm come through, so we're gonna get a lot of snow and I'm kind of sad about it. But anyway, and I can't review the Gucci foundation because apparently I don't understand. I need to put up a picture of the model that Sephora was showing for the shade because they definitely look like they had a similar skin tone to me, and I feel like I had the same complaint with the KVD foundation. So it's like, what are these companies doing? Because like either you're like, I don't know, you're not describing the shade well enough, or like the models you're using don't match the shade, which in that case, it's super duper annoying. And this foundation is so pricey. And so now I'm gonna have to return it. And no amount of me adding other foundation seems to be helping adjust the color. So I'm gonna have to like walk around looking like a ghost. And it's super duper embarrassing. So yeah, I'm gonna stop now because I'm gonna attempt to bronze and keep going because I don't want to start over. And I was totally gonna do a wear test, and I was literally using every last piece of energy I had left because I don't know what it is. I've just had such low energy this week. I mean, this second pregnancy thing is like a totally different ballgame from my first time being pregnant. So it's true what they say, every kid is different. And this one is kicking my butt. Okay, so let me tell you really quick what the claims are about this foundation. So it says it's a 24-hour full coverage luminous matte finish foundation, which sounds right up my alley. $69, and it says this is a full coverage matte liquid foundation. And yeah, it really just sounds like everything I'm into currently. So I need to return it and I need to get the right shade. So we're just gonna leave it like that. And then I did get the new Tower 28 bronzer. So this is the Sculptino Soft Contour Cream. I got the shade Hammer because I realized that one of my toxic traits is buying the wrong shade of bronzer. So to me, this looks like it's gonna be very, very dark, but I need to realize that I'm gonna blend it out. So I'm just gonna go into this with a BK Beauty 106 brush. And I really like this brush for bronzer, especially like cream bronzer and also cream blush. But I'm not a big fan of contours, so I don't know, because it's definitely a cool tone shade, and I really like my bronzers to be more of like a warm tone shade, and I love for it to just brighten up my skin and give me that sun-kissed look. I'm not really looking to contour, and I wasn't sure if this was gonna be a contour or more of a bronzer, but I think it's gonna be a cool tone contour. I feel like contour is making like a comeback, probably mostly because of TikTok, but you guys will have to let me know. Did you ever stop contouring? Because I definitely did. I realized my preference is to just more have that sun-kissed look, but I love Tower 28's Bronzino bronzer, so I decided to give this a try. So we'll see how it does once it dries down. I think I might go over it with a powder just because of how much foundation I put on. Right now everything feels a little sticky, so I'm going to give it a second and we're going to prep my eyelids so I can put some eyeshadow on. Okay, so I have my eyeshadow primer on. Now we're going to go ahead and play with the Moonfall palette from Shroud Cosmetics. So Shroud has been around for a long time. They're like one of the first indie brands I shopped like back in the day with their like Creepy Cute palette. And I feel like they had some other palettes too that I'm like forgetting, but I remember this brand was started when the owner was very young and I just thought it was the coolest thing. So I'm so happy to see them like coming back with more palettes and things like that. Now, she did send me the Moonfall eyeshadow bundle last year, I think, and I never ended up using it. And I was trying to find it, but my room is kind of chaos right now. I haven't been able to like sit down and organize, so I'm so sorry if you wanted to see the Moonfall bundle next to the palette, but personally I'm so excited to play with this, so I figured I'd just go ahead and live swatch this with you guys because it's a bit of an older palette. What did it launch like last month? But I've had it for a while and I've just been so swamped that I haven't gotten around to film with it. So I figured I'd live swatch it for you guys just so we can see what the shades all look like, and then maybe we can create one or two looks. I'm not quite sure. I don't have anything planned to film after this, so technically I could probably do 2 looks, but I'm also not sure how I'm feeling right now, so we'll see. But oh my gosh, like their eyeshadows are so freaking pigmented. So these are the first 3 shades I have. So we have Folklore, Artifact, and Primordial. So pretty. So the purpley shade is like a dark purple, and then that middle shade is like a sparkly green gold shimmer, and then Primordial is more of like a burgundy purpley berry shade. So stunning. Okay, so the second row definitely has a multi-chrome in it. It's called Night Song, which I'm going to swatch right here. Oh, that's so pretty. The purple is so pretty and sparkly. Okay, so the second row we have Night Song, Rebirth, and Devotion. Night Song is definitely like a green blue shade. Rebirth is like a navy color, and then Devotion is a purple base with a lot of like green gold sparkles. It's so stunning. Okay, and then I'm gonna swatch the last row. And then the last row is Moon Moss, which is a pretty matte, like pukey green. Soulstone is a beautiful like burgundy shade with a ton of burgundy and gold sparkles. And then we have Sentinel, which is a like teal, but like a very dark teal, almost gray green matte shadow. So absolutely stunning. I can't wait to play with this, put it on my eyes, see what I come up with. But here is a closer look at the swatches. Okay, hopefully that wasn't painfully out of focus, but let's go ahead and put the eyeshadow palette on my eyes. Okay, you guys, so I think I'm going to play with the greens. Who's surprised? And I have some ideas, so let's see how it goes. I want to start off with the shade Moon Moss, which is like that pukey color or like baby poop color, and I'm going to use a Sigma E25 Max, and I just want to kind of run that in the crease. I know that typically Shroud has really pigmented mattes. I want to make sure that I'm like really controlling my blend because I don't want it to become too dark like all the way up here, otherwise it'll just look like I have just like a very messy vibe. So I kind of want to keep that very much kind of lower in the crease, but I think this is going to be the lightest shade I'm working with today. So yeah, I want to keep a little gap there, but I'm trying really hard to blend that in as neat a fashion as possible, if that makes any sense to you. Okay, so I think that's a good start to the first matte shadow. Now I want to use the shade Sentinel, which is this color right here. It's like a teal, and I'm gonna stick to the same brush and we're gonna pick it up and just kind of dust it off, and we're gonna go kind of on the lower part of the crease and give it a little blend. Okay, so I really like how those two shades blended so far. I really want to put this shade Rebirth on the outer corner, so I'm switching to a BK Beauty. This is a 203. It's like a eyeshadow brush that is kind of like a blender, but you could also probably pack on a shimmer shade with this brush because it's kind of a flatter brush. And I'm using this because I really want to keep the shade Rebirth on the outer corner and use it to really smoke out the outer corner. So I have a non-makeup related question for you guys because I consider you guys my friends and I want to know, because I'm nosy. I have a friend whose in-laws don't live in the same state I live in, and so they are visiting her right now, and so I've been hearing some interesting stories. My friend just had a baby, so it's like adjusting to that and then having like in-laws in town. But I need to know from my audience, how many of you, feel free to give me the tea if you don't mind. I mean, I just want to know how many of you get along with your in-laws. I'm so curious. My in-laws, one lives like very close to us and I worked for him in the past. The other one, my husband's mom, lives overseas in another country. And then of course my parents live overseas, so my husband only sees them when they get to visit. And we haven't seen my parents, like neither my parents nor my husband's mom have met my daughter yet because of very different reasons. My parents want to get here. They've been working on their paperwork. It's going to be a year now and they still haven't gotten their green cards. And my husband's mom, she doesn't really want to travel without her spouse, which is totally understandable, but we can't really accommodate right now two grown people in our house and like us and the fact that we're having a baby. So I don't know, it's been kind of a blessing in disguise to kind of do our own thing. Like nobody's telling us how to parent, which is great. But we definitely miss the help, of course. Like, you know, if there's like an emergency, like one of the big things we're trying to figure out right now is who's going to watch our daughter when we're in the hospital, like with our second daughter, like giving birth, because that's typically something that you would have like a grandparent to support you on. So we're still like hoping and praying, and we have all our fingers and toes crossed that my parents will get here in time, but it's not looking the greatest for that happening. So we're trying to come up with like alternate plans. Like, are we gonna see if our babysitter can come watch her? It's all kind of like up in the air right now. Or if we have like a family friend, and like my daughter's godparents also live overseas. They ended up moving they're only moving for a year, so they'll be back this summer, but I don't think they'll be back in time for the birth of our second child. Either which way, we're kind of like up the creek without a paddle, but the whole point of the story and the reason I'm sharing mine is I'm nosy and I want to know how many of you get along with your in-laws, because I feel like I have one friend that has like amazing in-laws and they like get along great and they go on trips, and her in-laws are like not up their butt, but they're super supportive. And then I have friends whose in-laws, they're like, oh, thank God, like our relationship just works so much better because they don't live in the same town as me. So I'm dying to know which side of the tracks you guys fall on. And obviously you don't have to have kids to answer that, but even if it's just like your, you know, significant other, it doesn't have to be your spouse, just like any significant other that you might have and your relationship with their parents. I would love, 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 so curious to know because I'm nosy. Okay, so I was blending, I was talking. It's time for the metallic shade, and I'm so tempted to put Devotion on. I think I kind of want to, ooh, maybe I should do Soulstone because that's kind of pretty too. Because I feel like the obvious choice would be Artifact because it's green, but I like to kind of like switch it up and do a color that you wouldn't expect me to put on my lids. And I feel like Soulstone might be it. Let's just try it. It's fine. I definitely think this palette is so, so cute. And I know the quality is good because I've had good luck with Shroud. And I feel like their formula has just gotten so good. Oh, that's such a pretty color. I wish my foundation experiment hadn't gone so wrong today. But I think I'll be able to fix it up a bit with another bronzer. Because I don't love the cool tone bronzer today either. But you guys, I managed to peel myself away from the Murdoch case so I could film a look. Because I haven't filmed all week and it's Wednesday now. And I did post a video today. I posted my January haul, and hopefully some of you guys enjoyed it. I know a lot of people are trying to shoplist, but I just love doing hauls because it's a great way for me to show you guys all the things I've accumulated. It's a great way for me to hold myself accountable and make sure that I'm like reviewing stuff, and I can always go back at the end of the year and look at that stuff too, which is super duper helpful. But I'm kind of loving this color combo. It's a little bit different. And I definitely need something to pop on the inner corner. But let's go ahead and do the lower lash line quick. So, okay, so I'm going to start off with the shade Moon Moss, which is that baby puke green color. And I just have a Sigma brush. This is the E30, I think. It's like my favorite pencil brush from them. And I'm just gonna pop that on. I'm gonna go into Rebirth, which is the navy shade, and I'm just gonna apply that to the outer half of the lower lash line so that we can blend. I definitely need something in the inner corner to pop because this look is very dark and dramatic. And I think I have, here we go, I have the Halloween palette, and I know the shade Ghoulish is going to be a fun inner corner. So I'm just going to put it on that brush, give it a nice little spray, and we're just going to bring that onto the inner corner. Okay, Betty Jean, thank you for making the perfect inner corner highlight for the Moonfall palette for me that you put in your Halloween palette. Yay, that's so fun. Okay, at least the eye look is fun because that foundation, listen, I'm still salty about it. Okay, so let me go ahead and set my face a little bit because I think everything's dry. Put on some bronzer, and then we're going to come back and play with some blush, some highlight. Actually, I don't think I have a new highlighter. We'll see. We'll see what I got. And yeah, we'll do all the things as soon as I get this face fixed up. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I powdered my face. I threw on a little bit of this Milani Conceal and Perfect in the shade Toffee. I did use this in a Testing New Makeup, I think a few episodes ago. And it was so funny because I was talking to my friend Heather and she's like, I hated that. You know that, right? And I was like, well, I thought it was nice. It's so funny. We just have such opposite opinions and preferences when it comes to makeup. Sometimes we agree on things, but I feel like we definitely disagree more than we agree. So it's pretty funny because, yeah, I mean, we have like opposite skin types and we live in completely opposite like temperatures, which I think is such a huge thing when it comes to makeup. And also, I don't go outside as much as she does because it's literally like a snowstorm out here today. So where am I gonna go? Anyway, I was showing the bronzer of this Uma by Sharon C product that I got the last time I went to Walmart. And so I had the blush, but I didn't get a chance to try this. So this is the Flawless in Real Life blush in the shade Obsessed. I mean, are we surprised by the fact that I picked this up? Because look at this color. It's like right up my alley. So I wanted to try it. It kind of felt like a ColourPop Super Shock, the bronzer did. So I wanted to try out the blush, but I tried a different blush the day I tried out the bronzer. But this blush is so pretty. And I'm just using my favorite Sigma brush to use with cream blushes. Oh, okay, I might have gone a little bit overboard, but that's all right. That's all right. That's okay. I need to do like a series of videos, like my favorite blushes, my favorite highlighters. I haven't done something like that in a hot second, but I feel like now that I've like done my collection videos, I should be able to get through something like that a little bit quicker because I really narrowed things down and pared things down and decluttered things I wasn't using that had like aged in my collection. I didn't love the bronzer because I thought the shade was kind of weird, but this is so pretty. And I think they had like 5 other shades, which is so cool. And I don't really think my Walmart's like the most popping Walmart. So if you have a decent Walmart, maybe check it out because this is pretty. And it's like a little bit dewy, but it dried down. I want to put a little bit of this on top. This is the Tarte Double Duty Beauty blush in the shade. I hate these because I can't find the shade. There's only 2 or 3 shades. Oh, it's the shade Peach. And I think I tried this, or maybe I just swatched it, but I want to put it on. It's almost like a highlighter, and then this is the free brush that you got with QVC. So instead of highlighter today, I'm just gonna pop this on because it has such a glow to it. If you're like a tan complexion, you can definitely wear this as like a light highlighter, or like a, sorry, you can definitely wear this as a light blush, but I also think you can wear it as a highlighter, especially if you have a deeper complexion. Like, it has the most beautiful glow. And I have a lot of Tarte brushes that I've used in the past, so I know some people like don't really love to get this stuff on QVC because they always include like a brush, but I've had good luck with the Tarte brushes, so I don't mind getting them. Are they something I need? No, but I got 2 because I bought 2 of the shades. But isn't that a pretty like blush highlight? I think these are so cute. I can't wait for them to come to like Sephora and Ulta and stuff. They're such a nice product that they did. Like, oh, look at my cheeks. I'm in heaven, y'all. Okay, so I am working on a multiple looks video with Game Beauty, and I have all the lippies, so I figured I'll try out another shade because I haven't put these all on my lips yet. I only wore 1 shade so far, so this is the shade Goemon, G-O-E-M-O-N. I'm so sorry. I think this is the only one that I feel like will go with this look. It's like a pretty purpley color. These are kind of like that soft matte lipstick consistency. They almost remind me of the Kaleidos lip glaze, but I like the lip glaze just a tish better. But this formula has a lot of potential. And Beaute definitely did like really funky colors. With this particular formula, they definitely did not do anything like neutral. All the shades are like bold as part of this collection. So definitely proceed with caution. But yeah, this is pretty much the finished look. Like I said, I'm going to throw on some mascara, do something with this hair, throw on some earrings, and I'll be right back to talk about some of the new products we tried out. Okay, friends, so here is the finished look. What do you guys think? Let me know. Really quick, I just want to tell you guys, I'm going to link these earrings in the bio because I think they're so cute. I just got them. I had been eyeing these since they came out, and then of course I was like, let me see if I can get them on sale, and of course they sold out. But I believe they're back in stock now, and they're so fun. I don't know, I just think they're so whimsical, so I feel like I need to share. Also, I really like the shirt I have on and the jacket, so I'll try and remember to link them if I can find them, because you guys know I live in graphic tees and it's cold here and I love wearing jackets. I think the jacket might be sold out though because it's from Target and it's like a Free People dupe. But anyway, neither here nor there. I feel like these earrings are like brightening up my day because it all started off with this Gucci foundation that I was like, let me test it out. And I should have opened the package and looked like, what is this? This is not my skin tone. This is not my skin tone. So I can't give you guys a review on that foundation, but I'm going to go upstairs and try and figure out what other shade to get. Or maybe I should totally just pass on the Gucci foundation because I need another foundation, like I need a hole in my head, but it was sounding very promising because it's a full coverage matte foundation. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can find a shade and order it. I'm going to order the House Labs blush tomorrow, I think. So maybe I'll just put those things together. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I did also spray my face with the Pixi Skin Treats Rose Glow Mist. This was recommended to me by my friend Amanda, and this is the second time I've used it. I think it's super pretty, and it's a drugstore setting spray or like glow mist. And yeah, I'm trying really hard to get through all my setting sprays because I have quite a few of them, but I did pick that one up because it was affordable. And then when I was spraying my brush, I was using the MAC Fix Plus Stay Over setting spray that I'm also trying to pan. So I got a new setting spray and an existing one. I just felt like I needed to tell you guys that. So I really like the blush, and I really like this blush too. So these two are definitely winners for different reasons. This one I used as kind of a glowy highlighter or like a blush topper today. And this blush is glowy and beautiful too, very pigmented. They also had some other shades. I can't remember how much this was off the top of my head, but I was very curious about it because it kind of looks like the Tower 28 blushes, and not that Tower 28 is expensive at this point, and I feel like drugstore makeup is also pretty pricey. So if I had to guess, this was maybe like 10 bucks. I'll double check and try and link it for you guys if you're interested, but this is such a pretty color. You guys know I'm a sucker for like burnt orange, corals, hot orange shades, anything orange as far as a blush like gets me. So yeah, I really, really like that. I think that's like my favorite thing of this video today. And then as far as the Moonfall palette from Shroud, I think this is a beautiful palette. I definitely feel like the metallics are just so beautiful. I love the formula. It's very soft but very opaque, which is like totally my preference. I love foiling shadows on my lids, so this is just like such a pretty color. The mattes are nice and they build up on each other very nicely. They're nice and opaque. I will definitely say I don't always wear such dark shades on my face, so it always takes me like a while to get used to. And yeah, it's just something I'm trying to like dabble in and get better at. So I hope you guys appreciate. I know that some people don't always love all the dark colors in one palette, and I'm sure if you're a lighter skin tone than me, that could be even more scary because these are really gonna pop on you. So maybe it would have been nice for them to include something a little bit light like this so that you have some contrast. But I don't mind, you know, mixing and matching between palettes if I need to, and I don't always do it because I feel like I always have something else to test out and play with and stuff like that. But I will say it's a really fun addition to my Shroud collection. And then of course we gotta talk about the Tower 28 bronzer in the shade Hammer. It's definitely cool toned. It's not my favorite color. I think I knew better than to think this was gonna be just like a bronzer shade just by looking at the swatches. But I was hopeful that I could still use it as a bronzer, but I think it's a little too cool tone for me. So I'm going to need to debate that one in my head. But this Gucci foundation is definitely going to have to go back because this is just not the right shade for me. So anyways, that is it for this testing new makeup video. Let me know if you picked up any of these products yourself or if you have decided to use something else in your collection. I'm always curious to hear you guys' thoughts on the newest makeup launches. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you in another video very soon.